Now let's get into problems and definitions. Main point of even going over this is that we have to know what problem we're actually solving, right? So let's do it. So problem, solution, and definitions. So right now, the problem is for most businesses, you're not getting as many leads as you want because you're not advertising enough. Simple as that. If you're not getting as many sales, you're not making as much money as you want, it's simply because you're not getting as many opportunities as you want to have. Like, you need more at-bats. Okay, so that's the problem. Simple enough? Rock and roll. Solution: advertise more, advertise better, and advertise in new ways to get more leads, cheaper leads, better leads, reliably. So think from lots of places. So fundamentally, if you were able to get more leads for less money that were higher quality, and you could get them from lots of different places so you never needed to worry about one of them going away, would that make you feel better in your business? If so, that's what we're covering, all right? Because when all else is being equal, when you double your leads, you double your business. If you 10x your leads, you 10x your business. This is probably one of the strongest levers on growth that happens in a business. Most of the companies that come to us are like, how do I make more sales? How do I make more money? How do I get more people in the door? And this is what we're going over, all right? And that's what I'm gonna show you in this training. So if you're new, this is the accompanying textbook that goes with this. And if you came here from the textbook, then obviously you know that, all right? But if you are coming here first time online or from some social media or whatever, there is a book that's an accompanying textbook that goes through this. If you like holding it, we have Audible, we have Kindle versions of it as well, so you can go check those out. And yeah, go grab them if you want. I think the Kindle's $2.99, which is the cheapest. Whatever it is, Amazon changes the price, but it's the cheapest they will let me sell it for digital, all right? And we also have the Audible on there, and if you don't have, I think, whatever the minimum Audible price is that they allow us to list it for, I have it released on my podcast, which is The Game, so you can listen to it for free there, all right? You just have to find the episodes where we intermix them so I don't, burn my audience out with just a book, all right? Okay, so, and if you're wondering why all this stuff is free, the audio or the podcast, and I say free, it's really just whatever cost the platform will let me put it on. Take it up with Jeffy B. He won't let me put it on there for free. Maybe we can get him to. But my business model is simple, all right? One is provide better free products than the marketplace's paid products. Two, earn the trust of entrepreneurs who make over $1 million a year in profit. To three, then invest in those entrepreneurs to fast track their growth and then help everyone else for free for good. That's the game plan. That's what we're trying to do, all right? So if you're wondering how it works, that's what it is, all right? So I make my money buying, not selling stuff, all right? So I can make more money finding good companies that I can help than selling courses, workshops, coaching, etc. And so just to be very clear, this is not altruistic. I'm here to make money, all right? I'm just looking at it on a longer time horizon than most people are. That's all it is. That's my long play. So I don't want to be made into some sort of, great guy here. I'm here to make money, all right? That being said, we invest in, buy minority and majority stakes in bootstrap, cash flow positive, growing businesses over $1 million a year in EBITDA. So that's profit. All right, and as of 2023, 91% of our deals are between 1 and 10 million in EBITDA, but the numbers tend to skew larger over time with some larger outliers. And I say this because I get this question all the time. So what we do, most entrepreneurs lack the what, the who, and the how to scale. And at acquisition.com, we prioritize the what, recruit the who, and give them the how. And once an entrepreneur has all three, the business scales. That's the game plan. That's what we do. All right, and just some fun stats for you guys. This is kind of what it looks like to have the $100 million leads model implemented within the business. But the average portfolio growth at 12 months is 1.8x revenue, 3.01, whatever, x profit. So that's triple the profit. At 24 months, they 2.3x revenue and 4.7x profit. And so as a fun exercise, look at what your numbers were, plug those numbers in, and see if that would sound fun. If it does sound fun, that's what this training's for. This isn't like armchair theory. That's why I say it's real business education accessible to everyone. We do this every day. This is how we grow companies. And we're just documenting it for everybody else, all right? And so my hope is that this has worked for me, and I hope it works even better for you. Boom, that's the solution. So let's get into definitions. So what's a lead anyways, right? The whole book's called $100 Million Leads. What is a lead? And my good friend, Dr. Kashi, who's the editor of the book, asked me this 2 years ago and was like, you want to write a book about leads? What's a lead? And as he kept peppering me with more questions, I realized I didn't know as much as I thought about what a lead actually was. He said, is someone who clicks an ad a lead? And I was like, well, only if they give you content. He's like, well, then can I just buy someone's contact information? Does that make them a lead? I was like, well, maybe. He's like, what about if someone follows you on Instagram? I was like, well, you can message them there, so maybe that's a lead. He's like, well, okay, what about on YouTube, where you can't message them, but they can leave comments? I was like, I didn't know, right? And so it was like, is it a phone number? Is it a person that schedules a call? Is it a list of names, a door you knock on? Is it a walk-in? Is it email addresses? Is it a subscriber? Is it a person that sees your content? Is that a lead? What if you can message them? What if you can't? Like, what makes it a lead? And this all became really confusing for me. And so that's why I wrote a book on it. All right, but we have to get really clear on what a lead is if we're gonna be spending the rest of the time getting them, right? And so a lead, very simply put, is a person that you can contact. That's it. That's all it is, a person you can contact, all right? And that's when I realized that I actually didn't want leads. I wanted something else. I didn't want to just be able to contact them. I wanted them to be interested in buying my stuff, all right? And so what I really wanted were engaged leads. So people who show interest in the stuff you sell. So somebody I could contact who also has shown interest in the stuff I sell is an engaged lead. And ultimately, that is what the output of advertising is. That is what we are after. And so I couldn't call this book Engaged Leads because no one would know what it meant, but now you do. And you can see this little character drawing from the book. Like, you have someone's contact info. Okay, they're like meh about you. But then you give them something to make them interested, and they say, you know what, pick me, I'm more interested. And now you have an engaged lead. All right? So if someone follows you on social media and you can contact them, they are a lead. They have shown interest in you. They've taken an action, right? If they give you their contact information on a site, they're an engaged lead. If they reply to an email campaign, they're an engaged lead. The leads showing interest are the leads that matter, all right? That's what we're after. So engaged leads are the true output of advertising. So the next question is, how do we get leads to engage naturally? So that's what we're going to do next.